Hi team, welcome to today's workout. Thank you so much for joining me today. Before we get started, I will remind you, please make sure to check in once we are finished today. You can do that just below the video player here. As well, please make use of the stretching video that's also available to you. Flexibility really is just as important as the workout itself. All right, so today's workout, we're going to do 4 exercise circuits with a core focus. So how this is going to work is we're going to have our 4 movements. We're going to do each exercise for a set amount of reps. We're going to go through each circuit twice. After that, we'll take a quick break, we'll grab some water, and then we'll move on to the next one. So basically what we're going to do is it's going to be lower body, core, upper body, core. All right. I will show you how to do everything before we even do it. So let's get started. Number 1, we're going to do 20 hip lift kickouts, 10 per side crunches, 20 skiers for our upper bodies. Then we are back to those side crunches again for a second time. Like I said, we're going to go through it all twice, then we will take a break. I will show you how to do these things, and then we will get started. So, hip lift kickouts. We're going to lay down on our backs with our knees bent up towards the ceiling, just like this. From here, we're going to lift our hips up off the floor, squeezing our bums at the top. We're going to keep our feet and our knees nice and close together. From here, we're just going to kick one leg out at a time, just like this. This is why you want to keep your feet and your knees nice and close together. That's going to help with balance. All right, each leg is 1. We're going to do 20 of those. So it's 1, 2, 3, etc. After that, we are switching to side crunches. So side crunch, we're going to lay down on one side, bending our knees up toward our bodies just to make that 90-degree angle here. Our bottom arm is going to be out in front of us, just like so. From here, fingers behind your ears, we're just going to lift, squeezing that oblique on the top, very gently lifting that bottom shoulder off the floor, up and down, just like this. All right, 10 on one side, then we're going to switch over and do 10 on the other. After that, we are switching to skiers. So skiers, you're going to need some sort of weight for this, whether you have dumbbells, soup cans, or water bottles, whatever you have available. We're going to start feet shoulder width apart with a slight bend in our knees, just like this. From there, we're going to hinge forward at our waist, not too far, maybe only about 15 to 25 degrees. From there, our hands are going to go out in front of us, arms straight without locking our elbows, just like this. And then, keeping our weights nice and close to our bodies, we're just going to swing them back and forth, so forward, and then behind you as far back as they will comfortably go. All right? 20 of those, each one is back and forth. So it's 1, 2, etc. Then we are back to our side crunches for our final 10 per sides for those rounds. All right, so let's get started here, team, with our hip lift kickouts. 20 of these. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you want to keep those hips up, squeezing your bum at the top. 8, 9, 10. We're halfway through. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Stay with me now, team. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, switching to our side crunch. First time through, 10 per side. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3. So lifting, squeezing that oblique on the top, very gently lifting that bottom shoulder off the floor. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. Here we go. Over to that other side. And here we are in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, and 2, 3, 4. So just very gently lifting, squeezing that oblique on top. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching to our skiers. 20 of these. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. Keep going, team. 6, and 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through. 11, and 12. Stay with me now, team. 13, 14, almost there. 15, 16, 17. Stay with me now. Switching back to our side crunches to finish off this round. And 20. All right, back to our side crunch. 10 per side of these, and then we will start round 2 again with our hip lift kickouts. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Stay with me now, team. 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through. 11, 12, 13. Whoops. Oh no, switching sides. What am I doing? All right, 10 per side. Here we go. Sorry about that, team. In 3, 2, 1, and go. So 10 per side. I'm always just so used to counting to 20, and 13, 14, and 5, 6. Stay with me now, team. 7. Switching back to our hip lift kickouts. 9, and 10. All right, round 2. Switching to our hip lifts. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going, team. 7. Hips up high, squeezing that bum at the top. 9, 10. We're halfway. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Stay with me now. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, back to our side crunches. First part of this round, 10 per side. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, and 2, 3, 4. So lifting, squeezing that oblique on the top. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, and 2, 3. Keep going, team. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Almost done. 8. Switching to our skiers. 9, and 10. All right, final skiers. Final 20 of these. And then we will switch back to our final side crunches. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going, team. 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through. 11, and 12, 13, 14, almost there, team. 15, 16, keep those arms straight without locking those elbows. 18, 19, and 20. All right, final side crunches, and then we will take a break and move on. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Keep going, team. 6, and 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching to the other side, and then round 1, or circuit 1 rather, is done. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Keep going, team. 8, 9, and 10. All right, awesome job, team. Let's take this quick break. We'll grab some water and then we'll move on to the next one, okay? All right, team, take a deep breath with me. Here we go, and in and out. All right, moving on here, team. Circuit 2, we're going to do 10 per side, standing side leg lifts, 20 cat stretch, 20 of something called rolling planks, and then we are back to our 20 cat stretch to finish off the round, all right? I will show you how to do all of these things, and then we will get started. So, a standing side leg lift. If you need something to hold on to, please feel free to use it. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna shift all of our weight over to one of our legs at a time. The other leg, we're gonna keep it nice and straight. And with your toe always pointed forward, you don't twist your toe out towards the side to get more of a range of motion. With your toe always pointed forward, we're just gonna lift our leg straight out to the side, just like this. If you want to make this a little tougher for yourself, you can hold a weight, rest it against your leg, lifting out to the side, or if you have some loop bands, you can loop those around your ankles or your knees, all right? 10 on one side, and then we're going to switch and do 10 on the other, all right? After that, we're going to switch to 20 cat stretch. So, a cat stretch, we're going to get into table position just like this on our hands and knees. From here, we're going to round our back up towards the ceiling, squeezing our cores at the top, kind of like a reverse crunch. So kind of like a crunch, but you're not laying on your back. We're in table position. So up, squeeze that core, back down to neutral, up, squeeze, back down, up, squeeze, back down. All right, 20 of those first time. After that, we are going to switch to something called a rolling plank. Now, this is a plank position on the floor. This may not translate well to standing up and leaning against a wall, so I do recommend you try this on the floor from your knees to make it the least intense version of these, all right? How we are going to start, we are going to get onto our elbows just like this in our plank position, keeping a nice straight line from your shoulder to your contact point with the floor, whether that's your knees or your toes, completely up to you. No bums in the air. Bring that bum down nice and low. I like to do these from my knees because what we're going to do from here, with our cores nice and tight, we're going to roll our whole bodies over to one side. So you're not just twisting your upper body, you're rolling your whole body side to side, back and forth, just like this. I like having my knees bent because your feet give you a little bit of a brace once you actually do switch sides, all right? 20 of those, or 10 per side, however you'd like to count that. Then we are back to our second round of our cat stretches for the circuit, all right? So let's get started here, team, with our standing side leg lift, 10 per side. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. Keep going, team. 6 and 7. Remember to keep that toe pointing forward. 9 and 10. All right, switching sides. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Awesome work. Keep going, team. 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching to our cat stretch. 20 of these. First time. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1 and 2. So you're rounding that back up, squeezing your core muscles at the top. 5 and 6, 7. Keep going, team. 8. Nice work. 9 and 10. We're halfway through. 11 and 12. Stay with me now, team. 13, 14, 15. Almost there. 16, 17, 18. Almost done. 19 and 20. All right, switching to our rolling plank. 20 of these. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2. Keep that core nice and tight the whole time. And 4, 5, and 6. Keep going, team. 7. Awesome job. 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Keep going, team. 16. Awesome job. 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, back to our cat stretch for the second part of our first round. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Keep going, team. 5. Awesome job. 6, and 7, and 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through. 11, and 12, 13, 14. Almost there, team. 15, 16, 17. Stay with me now. Switching to our side leg lift here. 19 and 20. All right, switching to our standing side leg lift round 2. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3. Keep going, team. 4. Remember, you're not twisting that toe out to the side to get more of a range of motion. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2. I wondered how I was going to do without anything to help me balance on this side. 5, and 6, 7. Awesome job, team. 8, 9, and 10. All right, back to our cat stretch. Second round, first time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, and 2, 3, 4. Keep going, team. 5, and 6, 7. Almost there. And 8, 9, and 10. All right, we're halfway through. 11, and 12, 13. Rounding that back up, squeezing those abs at the top. 15, 16, 17, 18. Almost there, team. 19, and 20. All right, final rolling planks. Final 20 of these. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Keep going, team. 5, and 6. Keep that core nice and tight. 7, and 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through. 11, 12, 13, 14. Almost there, team. 15, 16, 17. Almost done. Switching back to our cat stretch for a final time. And 20. All right, 20 cat stretch. Then we will take a break. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 2, and 3, and 4. Keep going, team. 5, and 6, 7, almost there. 8, 9, and 10. Halfway through now. Stay with me. Raising that back up, squeezing that core at the top. 13, 14, 15. Almost there, team. 16, 17, 18, 19. One more. And 20. All right. Awesome job, team. Let's take this quick break. We'll grab some water, and then we will move on to the next one, all right? Whew. All right, team. Take a deep breath with me. Here we go. And in. And out. All right. Last one here, team. We are going to do 10 per side split squats, 20 of something called frog crunch, 20 of something called arm walkouts. Then we are back to those frog crunches again for a second time. I will show you how to do these things, and then we will get started. So, a split squat. Again, if you need something to hold on to while you're doing these for balance, please feel free to use it. What we're going to do is we're going to stand in something called stride position. So 1 foot's forward, you are back on your toes. The majority of your body weight is over your front foot. All right, from here, what we're going to do, thinking of this as a downward motion, we're going to drop that center of gravity down towards that knee in the front, pushing up through that heel in order to stand up. Now, you're not bringing that back foot back. You're always standing in this position. We're just going to up and down just like this, 10 on one leg, then we're gonna switch over and do 10 on the other. After that, we are switching to frog crunches. So, a frog crunch, we're gonna lay down on our backs just like this. Our knees are gonna be nice and wide. We're gonna put our feet together down the center line of our body just like so. From here, what we're going to do, it's a regular crunch, so fingers behind your ears, elbows nice and wide. You're just gonna lift your shoulders off the floor, squeezing your core at the top. All right, so up, back down, 20 of those. After that, we're going to switch to something called arm walkouts. Now, this is a plank position on the floor. This is an exercise where, if you're feeling on the floor is just a bit too intense, feel free to stand up, lean against something like a wall, a set of stairs, a chair. Anything that's going to have you standing up taller is going to make this easier for you. All right? So, that being said, we're going to get into a plank position on our hands. Our hands, we're going to start them right beside each other, right in the middle, okay? Again, just keeping a nice straight line from your shoulder to your contact point with the floor, whether that's your knees or your toes, completely up to you, all right? From there, we're going to lower ourselves down into a little bit of a push-up position, and staying down there, we're going to walk our hands out to the side and then bring them back in, all right? The count for these is each direction with both of your hands is 1. So if we're starting in the middle, out is 1, in is 2, out 3, 4, 5, all right? So when both hands basically get to where they're going, that is a count of 1, out, and then in again. After that, we are switching back to our frog crunches to finish off our 4 exercises, all right? So let's get started here, team, with our split squats, 10 per side of these. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, so dropping that center of gravity towards that front knee, pushing up through your heel in order to stand up. And 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3. Keep going, team. 4, and 5, 6, 7, almost there, and 8, 9, and 10. All right, frog crunch. First time in our first round. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, and 2, 3. So lifting, squeezing that core at the top. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway. 11, 12, 13, almost there, team. 14, 15, 16, stay with me now. 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, switching to our arm walkouts, 20 of these. Let's get into position. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember to try to stay as low into that push-up position as possible. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, switching back to our frog crunch. Second time in our first round. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. Keep going, team. 6, and 7, 8, 9, and 10. Halfway through. 11, 12, 13, almost there. 14, 15, 16, stay with me now. 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, back to our split squat for our final round. Then we're done for the day. All right, here we go, team. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3. Remember to push up through that heel in the front in order to stand up. And 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Keep going, team. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching back to our frog crunches. First time, second round rather. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2. Hope you're starting to feel the burn in your core. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through. 11, 12, 13, almost there, team. 14, 15, 16, almost done. 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, arm walkouts, final 20 of these. Here we go. Let's get into position. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't have to be a huge step out to the side with your hands either. Just as long as you're getting that lowered position. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whew, all right. And our final frog crunch of the day. And then we're done, team. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So lifting those shoulders, squeezing that core at the top. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Halfway through, 11, 12, stay with me now, 13, 14, almost there, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, last one, 20. Whew. All right, that is it, team. We are done for the day. Thank you so much for joining me. I always appreciate your time. Now that we are finished, please remember to check in. You can do that just below the video player here. As well, if you feel comfortable with it, I would love to see your sweaty selfie on social media. You can tag me on both Facebook and Instagram at M12 Fitness Liz. Thanks again so much, team, and I will see you for our next workout.